Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Colts, a trendy pick to get to the Super Bowl prior to the season, and they lived up to the hype and then some, and now they shoot for their second win as residents of Indianapolis and their third Super Bowl title overall.
And conjuring up images of 2007 when they won Super Bowl 41 with one guy named, what was it again?
Peyton
Manning at quarterback when they beat the Bears. Remember, that was played in the rain, and that was also played where?
Miami.
Right here where we are now. And then the Baltimore Colts, they won Super Bowl V over the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember who kicked the winning field goal in that one?
Ooh,
Come on.
No.
One Jim O'Brien.
Oh, Jimmy boy.
Knocks down the winning field goal, and the Colts win that one over the Cowboys. So this Colts team seeking another Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, what a turnaround for the Giants. Try these numbers on for size, CD. 6-10, 6-10, 11-5, 3-13, 5-11. That's the last 5 seasons in New York. But now here they are, champions of the NFC, looking for their 5th ever Super Bowl title.
And truthfully, even with all those records you just recited, it hasn't been that long of a wait for them to get back to another Super Bowl. Remember, they won Super Bowl 42 and 46 over the New England Patriots. Now, they got some fortuitous plays in those games, right? You think we'll see another helmet catch? You think that's possible for the Giants to get one of those as they try to win another title?
Well, David Tyree's not on the roster.
He's not on the roster, but they'll be trying their best to create some net.
And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Gallman. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Jones. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Now. Hey, Delta. Be driven.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
X3, 218, chop. I got you.
Here's Jones on first and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Chris Ivory taking it in. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
It's caught by Funchess. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Second and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check. Hey, orbit. How about 5?
On second down, it's Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Go, go.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Switch up, switch up. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, exit.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, set. 30 base.
Ricky.
And he'll find Hall. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Giants 14.
Ready.
Yes, Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, Haywood. Beat him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 3rd and long, it's Osweiler. Complete to Hilton. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
We always admire guys with arm strength, don't we? Whether it's misplaced or not at times. But when you throw a comeback route, you have to have arm strength to complete it, and Brock Osweiler just showed it off.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Taking it about the 16. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
10 Lobo. 53. Come to my school. We won. Come to my work. Mike, 53.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On the draw, this is Goldman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram holds it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 29.
Osweiler. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And Pascal's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Oh, A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Osweiler. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Ready? 70, Indy. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, Charlie. Ready?
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Roses now to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Osweiler to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it's going to be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
29 is the Mike. Mike,
Go.
They go play action now. Osweiler. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Open man right side is Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
come on, baby. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire
blitz coming, and down he goes. Darius Leonard came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Jones. Hauling it in, Nelson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Check 37, check. Chopper.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jones operating from the gun. It's hauled in by Shepard. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Osweiler. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Osweiler. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now it's Osweiler. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, this is Ivory. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Got it. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
On 3rd down, Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Set 30 base. Stop your whining. Hit it.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Osweiler. And that is incomplete.
Osweiler's pass intended for Devin Funchess. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here we go on 4th down with Osweiler. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play.
Go now. Can't you stop? 58 right there. Watch the slant.
Now Gallman. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
58 to Mike. We own them. We own it.
They'll run again here with Gallman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Osweiler now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Throwing, Osweiler. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw again is Osweiler. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. But now it's third and goal. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal there to make the grab. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
On the double. 53 is the mic. Hey, Echo. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. 53. Get it.
Gallman will run it. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 10. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Osweiler. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
She's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Protein spill. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hit it.
They run the counter. It's Grant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way.
Now the ball comes loose. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.